Hello, teacher.
Hi, Jenny. How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, that's great. Tell me, how's your day?
Normal.
Normal. And what did you do this morning?
Well, just sleep. Duh.
Just sleep. And tell me, did you read a book today?
No.
Did you help to cook with some food?
No, because in the morning I don't eat food. I don't feel like eating that.
Oh, you don't like eating. And when do you eat your first meal?
What do you mean?
So from the time you got up in the morning, when do you eat your first meal?
Can you get an example? Because still don't get it.
Do you eat your first meal at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock?
Well, no.
So have you eaten anything today?
Yes. At
And,
evening,
and tell me what did you eat?
rice was just veggie and meat and other some kind of stuff.
And how did it taste? Was it delicious?
Yes, but it's too much.
Too much. And tell me, what did you have to drink with it?
Just water.
Oh, and do you like water?
Well, it just keep me cool down, so it's not really my favorite.
Yeah. And what is your favorite drink? Is it orange juice or soda?
Soda.
And what type of soda? Which one?
Well, it's 7 Up.
Ooh, I also like 7 Up. And tell me, have you watched some TV today?
Yes.
And what did you watch on TV?
Just other video I could find is I think it's funny or scary.
Oh, and tell me, when last have you been to the shop?
What? Wow. I only go to shop when I needed something. So why would that is question?
So, because I want to know, when last have you been to the shop with your parents?
No.
So, do you normally go with them or do you stay at home?
I normally go with them, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes, like, if they buy something, like, normally, like, they will buy something like it's a lot a lot of food to fill the fridge. But if they buy something that's just like small material and supplies, then I would rather stay at home than just follow them and do nothing.
Exactly. Me too. I don't like to follow my parents when they go shopping. And tell me, when last have you when last have you made something creative?
Well, normally, like if I get really bored and I don't feel like watching television and stuff, and also like If I'm really that bored, I would rather go outside and play with my friend. But one side is like my friends is like more different, you know. Her family is kind of like an Asian person.
Oh, and what does that mean? Does it mean she likes to do only certain things, or she's not allowed to play all the time? What does that mean?
It's like she always do her homework.
Oh, okay. So she's not allowed to. And tell me, is it your friend that lives next door?
Yes, and why not? Like she is, like she like her family like give her a lot of like school things that normally do. Her
Hmm.
parents like a very like strict teacher, you know.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And I feel bad for her for somehow she can't even enjoy anything besides just that music stuff.
Oh, okay. Shame. Yeah, she needs to relax and she also needs to have a little bit of fun. I agree with you. Okay, so Jenny, what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about children's privacy. So these days, the world is becoming more dangerous. As a result, parents are always checking what their children are doing. Therefore, many children have no privacy. Is this acceptable? Okay, so let's read the problems below and decide if you think the parents are doing the right thing. And then you are going to explain answer. So David was unhappy because his parents blocked all the TV channels except the educational and news channels. They did this because David watched TV for many hours a day without doing his homework. So what do you
True
think?
that.
Do you think that's right what they did?
I mean that is kind of right, but it's just that like blocking off the fun video that your child had to miss and then I have to hear that he never do his homework. It's kind of complicated just to explain this kind of stuff. I mean like not doing his homework gonna end up bad for his education, I think. And also like go to detention. But also like did did her parent did his parent really have to do that just to block all the channel they could find? I mean like he can just write some name YouTube and then he gonna watch it, so that doesn't really help. By that they maybe like they can get David a teacher that can teach him something on online or real life, kind of bit of something for him. And also like they can just be strict like normal parent would do, like shout at them or like give them a lot of homework, if I could say. But
Oh,
that's also very
that is a great idea. I like that. Thank you, Jenny. That was a really good point of view what you have there. So they don't really need to do that. However, they could have dealt with the situation a lot better. So they want to encourage him to rather do his homework and also be able to watch not just educational, but also watch with something that he likes as a reward for doing his homework. Hmm. And the next one, Emma's parents always check how much money she has in her room. They do this because Emma once stole some cash from her uncle. Emma thinks this needs to stop because she knows she did a bad thing. She is also sorry that she did it. Okay. So do you think it is right that her Emma's parents is constantly checking in her room for money?
well. I think it's not because like if your kid is like a kid like just skip to 1 to 10, you can check their money, but it's like when they go from 11 and then to teenager and then to adult, you're still gonna check their money. That will be like really wrong because that's the private thing. And by then, if you saw they have a lot more money, what are you even gonna do? Like, if you're gonna even talk about it, 100% they're gonna lie about it if they do something bad. Or if they really tell the truth that they didn't, like 100% they did not, the parents still gonna be ashamed of them for no reason. And that will be like a lot of shouting and fighting.
Very true. And the thing is, I also think that Emma's parents need to start trusting her because, yes, it's okay to make a mistake. So she is sorry about it and she hasn't done it again and she don't want to do it again. So therefore, they need to trust her and be able to show her that that she can work with money and that she doesn't need to take money from other people. Okay. So let's go on. So should parents always check where their children are? What do you think, Jenny?
Like what they're doing or where they are.
Where they are and what they're doing. So like every
Oh,
half an hour.
okay. Oh, okay. Well, that will be complicated because I'm neither. Because it's hard to explain. Well, if you check your children every single day to see what they're doing, well, that'll be like no private at all. It's like even when your kid is sleeping, you're gonna be like really quiet. Or if they're doing their homework and they're really focused on it, they can't just really that focused when you just barge into their room and look intensely what they're doing. It's kind of like so weird. It's like they're doing their own business and then you're gonna barge off into them and just stare into their soul or something. But also it's like it's kind of true because sometimes like you don't you really trust your child, but sometimes it's kind of like felt like you don't really trust them. It's like
Yeah.
sometimes you're just scared at doing something stupid and then end up in a coma or something. Sometimes you're just scared that they're making a fire. But just continue doing that into their teenagers and then through adult life, it's like they can still be in their parent house. It's just that they have a job, but they don't know how to find a house yet. So that's count, right? So it kind of makes sense why the parents should check the children, but not like every single day. It's kind of like too awkward.
Yeah.
When you
And it's also I think it's also unnecessary. I do agree with you, Jenny. It is a good thing that parents check in with their kids and see, okay, if they're okay, that nothing has gone wrong, they're not in danger, that's perfectly fine. But not every 5 minutes or every half an hour. I would say like once or twice a day, check in with them, ask them, are you sorted? Do you have everything? Do you need anything? Okay, that would be perfect. So you know their whereabouts, especially if something had to happen to them, that the parents at least know where they are, and if they got hurt, that they know where to get them and how to help them. So absolutely, but not not consecutively. And at what age should children have more freedom? What do you think?
18 and 16, I would be saying that because sometimes one of those age is where the age that they have a job. And also the age they become independent by themselves. And also mean like they can go anywhere without their parent. The adult supervisor, kind of weird. But also like if you just kept them in their house, having them to do nothing, especially not giving them having the job that they want, they will also maybe like change their attitude, their whole attitude, like their whole heart, even in front of you. Sometimes some of the children can be worried about the future because I know, or sometimes they can be a spoiled brat doing anything they could want, or they could just sneak out and doing on their own way.
Yeah.
So that's why children at that age should have more freedom.
I agree with you. That was well said, Jenny. And then, are there any places that children should not go on their own?
On their own.
Yeah, by themselves. Are there any
I
places that you think that a child or any children shouldn't go by themselves and they need adults with them?
Oh, the children with small age. So it's like is they can be like it can be in an area with like in the area that has like nothing, like just nothing. Like there's nobody. And having your children, your little kid to just walk over there and having joy of that life sometimes could end up someone that kidnap them because like there's nobody that in the same place with them. Sometimes there can be bad people tricking the child to follow them or like kill them in the immunity.
Are there any places that your parents always goes with you that you are not allowed to go by yourself?
Well, I don't know. I don't really know. Because like when I was at 6 years old, I could go anywhere.
Oh wow.
But not too far because sometimes I could get a little bit too dumb and then just lost on my way up. But now I know where I'm going and not at the past. But still like sometimes they could ask me to buy things at the store. Yes, I would buy them if the store is close to the apartment.
Yeah, if it's
Yeah.
close by. Absolutely. That's good. I'm glad you have freedom, Jenny, that your parents trust you to go to the shop nearby the flat. That's a good thing because that means they trust you and they believe that you will walk the right path and you will come back the same way and that nothing would happen to you. Okay, so Jenny, let's have a look. Children's privacy. Can you read for us? What are people saying about children's privacy?
As all people, including children, have secrets that they want to keep private. But children often have no privacy. This is because their parents always want to know everything what they are doing. Are the parents doing the right thing? Some people say that it is important for children to have privacy. Parents think they are protecting their children by knowing all their secrets, but they are doing wrong. Children learn by making mistakes. Therefore, parents should give their children more freedom to learn from the error. Another problem is that children with no privacy feel very unhappy. Nobody likes to be watched all the time. As a result, overprotective parents have their children usually have bad relationships.
Hmm.
Other people say that children have privacy is a bad thing. Too many things such as cell phone and the internet can cause children to get in trouble. Therefore, parents need to check their children's phone and computer, or, or be able to check their children are doing. This because they are responsible for their children. Parents need to know what their children are doing from the homework, sleeping well, and not getting into trouble.
So we got two different points of views here. Well done on your reading. Okay, so based on what you just read, why do children often have no privacy?
Because other parents think that it is a right thing to know every single movement that their children make, and if they know the secret, they will be a good parent, in their opinion. But really, you're just making the relationship between your kid and you much worse than you
Wow,
thought would be.
very true. And why is it important for children to make mistakes? Why do they need to make
Because like if we don't make mistakes, then equal to we don't know what we are doing.
mistakes?
Making mistakes help us a lot because if we make a lot of mistakes, we can know how to avoid them and do the right things to change that mistake. And that's why it's important for children to make mistakes. And sometimes if they make a lot of mistakes and still using that, still have the same, like for example, like they're having a job, right? They're making a lot of mistakes, but over a few months, they get used to it. By that, they get double the money if they really good at it, equal they used to it.
Very true. And the thing is, children need to make mistakes to be able to learn. Otherwise, how are they going to know how to solve problems and how to fix mistakes? So it's a learning opportunity for them. And what kind of relationships do overprotective parents and their children have based on the article you read?
Well, like every second or every day, the parent would open their room and check what their children are doing. Their parents want to know what their children are doing so they could protect the children.
Mm. So when we refer to the relationship, okay, do they have a bad or good relationship by being overprotective?
They have a bad relationship
Mm. There we go. Absolutely. And why can it be a problem if children use cell phones and the internet?
because because it's like they could get used to it, and it's a really bad thing, you know. Well, other people, normal people would think like, oh, of course they could, get weird image from the internet, and they could get blind. But not only that, it could get worse if they just use cell phone and the internet all the time. It could get worse than that, and they could get used to it. And some of the kids that always use that internet all the time, like every time they talk or every movement they make, they always blink. Like they can't stop blinking. And sometimes they could twitch their eye, like both or here, they could twitch their eye for no reason. Like every day for no reason. And when they sleep, it's kind of like when you saw your kids sleeping and you know that they always use the cell phone and the internet all the time, you can see that the movement that the hands that they're making is like it's kind of like when you use your cell phone, you hold your
Yeah.
you you holding your cell phone and you swipe over the image. That's what they are doing without a cell phone. And when they're sleeping in the dream. How crazy is that? That's the worst part. We need a middle. We need pills and everything for this. And it's kind of expensive, you know, you have to stop. And I'm not joking. I'm not making stupid things. This is real. I
And
saw it on the internet.
and do you think kids get addicted to cell phones?
Yes, they're so addicted, even in the dream too.
And tell me, have you ever seen someone and then when they sleep and then they dream that they are on their phone?
Well, for some reason, some of my friends do. But like, it's not like every single day. Not every single day, but once. They
Yes.
did remember they did remember they have a dream that they were watching video on the internet. They did doing that in the past, just in the past.
Yeah.
And I also remember I had once, just once in the past, okay, I changed.
That's okay. It happens to all of us. But thank you for sharing that. And then, what is the reason why parents should be able to check on their children all the time, based on the article you read? So, what is the reason why parents should be able to check on their children all the time? What does the kids do?
Well, sometimes some of the parents would worry about their children doing some stupid things that can cause them to, you know, bad. So they really worry and care about their children so much that every day they have to look and look every movement that they are doing. And also at the same time it's making really uncomfortable for the children, making it worse between the relationship between the kid and the parent. And it could get really awkward sometimes. It's like when you're doing your homework and then your parents just barge into your room and says, "What are you doing?" Like you know that they are caring for us and they're protecting us. Like that's really kind. Like we love that. But it's just that one thing. They always check on us for no reason. Even when at 3 a.m. for no reason. Like what they are doing, what they are gonna think, what we are going to do. Like clock the toilet.
Yeah. So, Jenny, so when I was a child, my parents used to check on me all the time. They used to call me by my name and they will ask me, "Where are you? What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Mom, I'm reading my book." And then 10 minutes later, my dad will say, "Where are you?" "Dad, I'm reading my book. I'm still reading my book." Has it ever happened to you and your parents keep on calling you?
When I'm at kindergarten, but that would be fine. But now they change.
Yeah. So does your parents check on you all the time?
Yes, when I'm sleeping in the
Yeah.
middle of
I know they do. Okay, so moving on to vocabulary, Jenny. So we've got freedom, including, overprotective, private, and protect. Okay, any of these words that you would like me to elaborate on?
no.
Okay, can you start with number one?
If you overprotective, if you protect your daughter, you keep her safe from dangers.
Yeah, number 2.
Private information is information that's secret or personal. Number 3, um, many students, including Ashley, objected to the plan.
Yeah.
For in the past, slaves have no.
So slaves. Do you know what is slaves?
Oh, freedom. Yes, I know that.
No freedom. Well done. Number 5.
Overprotective parents do not allow the children to do many things.
Oh, Jenny, you are so smart. Well done. It was good. Now let's have a look at the supporting opinions. Once again, I want you to read number 1 to 4 and then match it with A, B, C, and D.
It's like parents need to know what their children are doing. Is B, because they are too young to protect themselves.
Mm-hmm.
2, children need freedom to make mistakes. Is A, because that is how we learn important lessons.
Yeah.
Number 3 is use time for parents to check their children's phone and computer. Is C, because they pay for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 is important for children to have privacy. D, because they will be unhappy if they cannot keep anything secret.
Because they will be happy if they cannot keep anything a secret. Yes. Okay, because it's linked to its privacy. They want privacy. That was really good. Now moving on to the refuting part. Okay. Same here. Can you match them for us?
Students should be allowed to use their phone and computer in private. Well, see, I don't think so. Parents need to protect their children from dangerous people who use the internet. Number 2, parents always check on their children because they love them. Is B, I disagree.
Hmm.
No.
Hmm?
It's C, I don't think so. Many parents don't think about how their children feel. They don't love them. Wow, rude.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
As 3, parents should be able to know where the children are all the time. Is B, as a great parent should trust their children to look after themselves.
Yeah.
4 is important to give children privacy even if they do something silly. As I disagree, when children do something very bad, they can get into a lot of troubles.
They can. Okay. Well done, Jenny. That was really good. Okay, so moving on to our next part. So we've got our supporting opinion and opposing opinion. Can you read for us the supporting opinion?
As I believe that all children should have privacy. One reason is that young people need to have freedom to make mistakes. We can learn a lot. We can learn a lot by doing something wrong. Our parents cannot protect us forever. We need to learn to take care of ourselves. Another reason is that children should, with no privacy, are unhappy. Everybody has secrets that they do not want to share. A parent keep trying to find out what the children are doing, the relationship between the children and the parent will be terrible.
Excellent. Okay, so what is the main idea here?
The main idea is students believe that all children should have privacy.
So all children should have privacy. Now, can you give me the supporting ideas for why should all children have privacy?
As one reason is that young people need to have freedom to make mistakes.
Need freedom to make mistakes, yes.
We can learn a lot by doing something wrong. Our parents cannot protect us forever.
No, they can't.
We need to learn to take care of ourselves. Another reason is that children with no privacy are unhappy.
Yeah, and why they're unhappy?
As everybody has secrets that they do not want to share. If parents keep trying to find out what their children are doing, the relationship between the children and the parent will be terrible.
Terrible. Absolutely well done. Okay, can you read for us the opposing opinion?
As children should not have privacy to begin with. Parents need to protect their children from bad people, such as bullies. Parents need to know everything about their children if they want to keep them safe. They need to check their children's message and emails to protect their children. In addition, parents should make sure that their children are not doing anything bad. We can learn from our mistakes, but sometimes children do something very bad things. This is because they do not always understand what they are doing.
Okay, so what is the main idea here?
The main idea is children should not have privacy to begin with.
Absolutely. And what is the reason why should they not have any privacy?
As parents need to protect their children from bad people.
Like bullies, yes.
Parents need to know everything about their children if they want to keep them safe. They need to check their children because they need to check their children's message and emails to protect their children. In addition, parents should make sure that their children are not doing anything bad.
So, to not doing anything bad, yes. And why else?
And we learn from our mistakes, but sometimes children do something very bad thing. This is because they do not always understand what they are doing.
So they don't always understand what they are doing. Well done, Jenny. That was excellent. Okay, so now let's discuss the next part. Are you happy to let your parents check your text messages and emails?
No.
And why?
Because if I if I message something to my best friends and sometimes we message things. But sometimes we could tell secret if we really trust each other. And that's the secret. Sometimes the secret can be very, very bad. And if my parents find out, then I will be in heaven, then soon I will get that.
Oh no. And how will you feel if your parents always want to know where you are?
Well, as a kid, that would be just fine. But if I grow up as teenagers and I going everywhere, and then my parent would always say "Where are you going?" in every hour, that could be very annoying, but also very sweet of them, sweet and annoying.
Yeah. And should children be allowed to lock their bedroom door so they can have privacy?
Well, if they lock their bedroom door, They can have privacy if they want a jackpot, which is their parent is very nice and very calm. But not my parents. Even though I can close the door, I cannot lock the door. Even when I'm in the bathroom, I can't lock the door, which is very annoying, but not really. And even sometimes if I did lock the door, which is equal a big argument, if you can say.
Yeah, true. I had the same with my parents. Okay, so Jenny, for homework, you are going to choose which one do you want to debate? Number 1, number 2, or number 3?
It's number 2.
Okay, so you're going to do both the opposing and the refuting opinions? Okay, so tell me, Jenny, did you have fun today?
Yes.
Oh, you did really great, and thank you so much for a great speaking activity, and it was really informative the way you express your opinions. So thank you, Jenny, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, Jenny.
Goodbye.
Have a great day. Bye.